Ethereum Classic specifically has pulled back more aggressively than most of the other cryptos. If we look at this picture here, in our last update, we were following this blue pattern as our primary, and that called for a wave 1 peak on August 15th. And then we presumably had started a wave 2. The wave 2 did follow through lower into the box as we would have liked. And then we rallied again. And the rally would have preferably been a microwave 1 or whatever of the larger wave 3 that we were expecting. However, with the sharp downturn, our alternate pattern has become our primary. The alternate pattern that used to be marked in red is now recolored as purple. And I'm calling this last peak earlier this week as our actual fifth wave, or the larger degree wave 1. And this pullback, the A wave of wave 2. The reason I say that is because we've had one very straight drop. There's no clear 3-wave pattern. So I think this is actually the A wave. We are in midst of a B wave right now. And I expect more downside in a in a C wave to complete this 2 wave. So before I get to the resistances and supports, you may be wondering why I would mark this as the 5th wave, even if it didn't quite get as high as the 3rd wave that was the previous peak. This is what we call a truncated top in Elliott waves. It happens more often than you might expect. And it just means that the 5th wave didn't go any higher than the 3rd wave. So we didn't get quite as high as we would have liked for an ideal 5th wave, but we also cut pretty deeply on our now 4th wave retrace. That's what we've relabeled this as. So the other point I want to make is that we actually did break support in Ethereum Classic. If you watch my other video, the day of the pullback, it was titled something like, will you bail on cryptos now? Ethereum Classic fell in my red category, which I believe it was 3 cryptocurrencies that broke their support. And that support is set at the 61.8 retrace line that is marked here in gold and yellow. So this used to be a red line, but the reason I have made this yellow is that we can still have a B wave bounce, and we can pull back below that line. And as long as it looks like an impulsive C wave and our wave 2 looks complete, we may still have a healthy rally coming. The red support line has been moved down to the 76.4% retrace level, which sits at about $47.21. If we break that, then we may be in some trouble with Ethereum Classic. If you're trying to buy Ethereum Classic, again, wave 2s are typically your best buying opportunity. Would not have been a bad idea to buy a tranche over the past day or two. We may see a swing lower. If we hold, our 3rd wave is projecting to the 111 to 116, 117 range, or I'm sorry, 101 to 111 range. And then if we hold on in a 4th wave consolidation that pulls back with and maintains support, we're looking at 117-ish to about 126 for a wave 5 for a larger wave 1. When we look at our big picture, we would have liked higher than that. So right now our small picture is not projecting that high for the wave 1. Again, it's projecting between 116 and 126. We really would have liked to have seen closer to 153 and 145, somewhere in that range. That's what I have here. We'll see what happens. It might get there eventually. But right now, if you remember, I had a crazy bullish pattern that is marked in green here. It's looking less and less likely that that's going to happen, especially when you look at this big picture. You'll see that the correction is visible. It's a big red spike downwards. The good thing, however, is that our MACD is definitely reset on the big picture, which means we are coiling the spring for a subsequent bigger rally if that comes. Other than that, as for the purple pattern, we need to see a little bit higher. Our target at 391 is still looking solid. That is still a conservative target, in my opinion. I don't expect to see a truncated 5th wave on the bigger scale, especially with cryptos, because they have extended 5th waves. We might see a blow off top, something like that. I want to point out that there's a red pattern. And if you've been watching my other videos on other cryptos, this is a red pattern that is consistently present. And that is calling for the correction that ended on June 24th as being an A wave of a larger wave 2 correction. And this wave B being basically a fake out rally. And I'm not going to take this off the chart yet, because this could easily be interpreted as an A, a B, and a C wave impulse, with this being the beginning of a larger drop off. So again, Ethereum Classic may be one of those harbingers of things to come. I'm going to keep a very close look on this, because that could be an indication of sentiment shifting negatively across the cryptos overall. But right now, again, I don't see any reason to think that could happen, but we'll keep an eye on it. Besides that, Again, if you're doing dollar cost average, keep doing your thing. Make sure we didn't miss anything on the small picture. I think that's all there is to see here. So thank you for watching and happy trading.